Now the topic before us is finding elements in Python, lists, tuples, and more membership operators. Now membership operators in Python are used to check if a specific value exists within a sequence. Now the question arises, what is sequence? A sequence can be a string, tuple, list, or dictionary. We will also learn what is the meaning of string, tuple, list, or dictionary. Here we have stated that membership operator checks if a specific value exists within a sequence. But in the case of dictionary, membership operator does not check for values, but it checks for keys. Now we will understand the meaning of string, then tuple, list, and dictionary. String is a sequence of characters. That is, it may be a word or many words or a sentence. This string is normally enclosed in a single quote or a double quote. Single quote means here we write string, which may be a word or a sentence, or we may write it in double quotes. Example, A is a variable. This is my house. This is the string. This is my house. And it is enclosed in double quotes. Name is a variable and Sahil is string. It is enclosed in double quotes. It may be in single quotes. Normally, it is recommended to use double quotes. However, you write it in triple quotes, it will also serve the purpose. But normally, in Python, we use double quotes or single quotes. Tuple. In Python, a tuple is an ordered collection of elements. Tuples are immutable. Immutable means once a tuple is created, its elements cannot be modified, added, or removed. The elements are enclosed in parentheses. Here it is the example of tuple. B is the variable and these are the elements. 1 apple 3.1 3.14. 1 is integer, apple is a string, and this is the floating value. Now comes the list. It is also an ordered collection of elements. But the difference between list and tuple is that in case of list, the elements can be changed, added, or removed after the list is created. In case of tuple, once a tuple is created, we cannot change, add, or remove the elements. But in case of list, we can change, add, or remove elements. Elements can be of different data types. The same is true for tuples also. In case of tuple, we had enclosed all the items or all the elements in parentheses. But in the case of lists, elements are enclosed in square brackets. Here you can see that these are the elements 1, 2, 3 and 3.14. This is integer value. This is string. This is the floating value. And these are enclosed in squares. Now, dictionary. A dictionary is an unordered collection of items. Each item in dictionary is stored in a key value pair. What is the meaning of key value pair? Here we understand the same. This is the variable my dictionary. Here you can see that here the items are given. Here the items, each item is stored in a key value pair. That is, in between this is one item. This is another item. City, Chandigarh, this is another item. Here name is key. And Tanya is value. Here age is key, 25 is value. In the same way, city is key and Chandigarh is value. That is, here the each item is stored in a dictionary in key value pair. When we want to assess any corresponding value, we will have to assess keys. We cannot directly assess values in case of dictionary. We will have to assess keys. Key value, these items are enclosed in curly braces. Such type of curly braces. These are used to enclose the items. Key value pairs are separated by commas. Here you can see commas are there in between the items. Colons are used to associate key with their respective values. Here you can see these are colons which have been used between key and value in case of each item in dictionary. Now, there are two types of membership operators. First is in and the second is not in. When we use the membership operator in Python, they always return Boolean values. As already told, Boolean values means true or false as output. First, we will talk about in operator, membership operator. This is the in. This in operator is used to check if a value exists within a sequence. It returns true if the specified value is found in the specified sequence. If the specified value is not found in the sequence, then the in operator will return the output as false. We will understand this concept with the help of example. Suppose we take a variable x and these are the values or elements stored therein. Now we use print function to find out whether a specific value is there in a sequence. This is the sequence. It is a list because it is enclosed. It is a tuple because it is enclosed in parentheses. These are ordered elements. Now we will find whether 2 is present in x. So what will be the output? The output will be true because 2 is present in this tuple or in this sequence. If we say write print 12 in x, whether 12 is present in this sequence or in this tuple? No, 12 is not present. So when we will use this in our code editor or the Python interpreter will give the output as false because 12 is not there in the sequence. Next, suppose we take another example. We take the variable fruits and we take elements as mango, banana, watermelon. If we use print function and also in operator to find whether orange is there in this sequence or in this tuple, orange in fruits, the output in the code editor. Now in this course we will be using Visual Studio Code. The Visual Studio Code will give the output as whether orange is present in this sequence or in this tuple, because here only mango, banana and watermelon is given. Orange is not there, and we are to find out whether orange is there in the sequence. No, orange is not there. So the Visual Studio Code or the Python interpreter will give the output as false because it is not present. Suppose we take another example. We have created variable message and we have written Ravi is my brother. So we here use print function to find out whether I am in message. It means we are using the print function and also the in operator to find out whether this substring I am is there in the sequence or message. What is the output or what will be the output? The output will be false. If we use print function and the in operator to find whether br is there in the sequence or in the message, whether br is there here, substring br is present in the this string, br is present. So our output given by the code editor or the Python interpreter will give the output as true. Please note that when the code editor or the Python interpreter will look for, or when we are using the in operator to find out a value in a sequence, the characters should be in serial term. That is, here we cannot say that if we use I from here, B from here and want to find IB, the Python interpreter will give the output as false. These two characters should be in joint. That is, they should be there in. If we want to find VI, here substring VI is associated with one another closely. Next, we will do practical to understand how the in operator actually behaves in code editor, or how we get the output in our code editor, or how the Python interpreter will give the output in case of when we use the in operator. Now we will discuss about not in operator. This operator is used to check if a value does not exist within a sequence. The sequence may be a string, list, tuple or dictionary. This operator, that is not in operator, returns true if the specified value is not found in the specified sequence. If the specified value is found in the sequence, then the operator returns false. Let us understand what we have said with the help of an example. Suppose we have created a variable name and here we write the sequence or string hidden, and here we use print function. Now we will find whether y not in name, we are using this not in operator. Name is this variable, y is substring here y. So here you can find that y is present in the variable name. Y is there in this string. Now we are using not in operator. Whether Y is not there in name, the not in, because here the Y is present. So what will be the output? Output will be false. The not in operator will give the output as false because substring Y is present in string hidden. If we use print, then not in name, here then is also present, then substring is also present in the string or sequence given above in the string hidden. So here the output will be also false. If we say use print function and here the Y is in uppercase and we use not in operator to find whether Y in uppercase is present in the sequence or in the string, whether Y in uppercase is present in the string. So the answer is true, because in the case of string hidden or sequence hidden, Y is in lowercase, but here we are to find whether the not in operator is to find whether Y in uppercase is there in string hidden, because Python is case sensitive. It differentiates between lowercase and uppercase. If we say you create the variable name and the information is same, any information may be there, 1 2 3, we create another, but here the variable is with name n is in lowercase. So the Python interpreter or the Python will understand that both these variables are different. So in nutshell, what we want to say that Python is case sensitive. It differentiates between the characters written in uppercase and in lowercase. Now we will understand how the Python interpreter will, how the not in operator actually behaves in code editor, or how when we use the not in operator, what is the output in practical. Now we will see how the in operator gives the output in code editor. We are here using Visual Studio Code, which is the code editor of Python. So now we are creating a variable in the name of string, and here the value stored is welcome to my house. So now we will be using in operator to find out whether a particular substring is present in the string given. String here given is welcome to my house. So now we will be using print function as well as the in operator to find out whether substring 2 is present to in str. Here str is the variable, print is the function, 2 is the substring which we want to find in this string welcome to my house. So here we will give the command or enter the run button, and the output given by the in operator is true, because 2 substring is present in the string given above. Now we use print, again print function. Here we use double quotes to substring. Earlier we had used single quotes. Now again we are using quotes but double quotes, and here we run. Here the answer is also true, because in the case of strings we can either use single quotes or double quotes. Though we can also use triple quotes. In the case of strings, normally it is recommended to use double quotes or single quotes. Now we create another variable with the name message. Here we write a string list of top 10 models. Here is equal. So here we will use using print function, and also then we will be using in operator to find whether 2 is there in message. That is, here we are using in operator. Message is the variable, print is the function, 2 is the substring. You will find that here in the string list of top 10 models, 2 is there. In case of top word, 2 is present as substring. So what will be the output? Here we give the answer is true, because 2 is present in the word top within the substring list of top 10 models. However, if we use, say, OS, whether if we say give the command whether OS is present in message, you will find that OS is not there. It is not that you can take any character from the string and join it with the another and say that both the substrings are present. No, both the strings, both the characters in the string have to be written jointly. That is, they are written, say, as en. If we want to say want to find out whether en is there, the answer will be true. So now we take another example. Now we here create my dictionary as variable, and in the case of dictionary, as already told, here we have to use curly brackets. Here name is the key, as already told, and Tanya is the value. And after, as already told, after each item, here name and Tanya is one item. Here we write age. Age and 25. Age is to be in double string. 25 is not to be in string. Here age 25 is also a item, where age is the key, 25 is the value. Here we write city, then full colon, and give the name of city, Chandigarh. Here this is the dictionary created. Here you can see that red color line is appearing. It means that there is something wrong when we have written the dictionary. So here city has to be in double quotes. So here you will see that red line which was there below city Chandigarh has disappeared. So it means that we have written the proper sequence. No, now we will have to find out whether 25 is there in dictionary. Print 25 in my dict. you will find that 25 is there, and we want to find 25 in my dictionary, that is 25 in variable. So 25 is present, so our answer should be okay, true. But let us see what is the output. Answer is false. Why it has happened? Because in the case of dictionary, the in operator is used to find out the keys and not the values. That is, if we want to say find out Tanya, 25 or Chandigarh, we cannot find them using the in operator because all these are values. Tanya, 25 and Chandigarh are values. In operator, in the case of dictionary, can find only the keys which contain the values. Now we will use print function, and here we will be using not 25 but rather the age in which the 25 is value is contained. Print age in my dictionary. So what will be the result? So here you will find that the result is true, because in case of dictionary, the in operator wants to find out the information in respect of the information which is given in name, that is the key, which is age or city in the given dictionary. So I hope you have been able to understand how the in operator gives the output in reality. Let us see how the not in operator works in practical. We are here using Visual Studio Code, which is one of the code editors used in Python. So here we will be learning about the not in operator. So here we are creating a variable with the information which can be anything: 20, -1, 55, 70. This is the list. This is the tuple which we have created, because here the information is contained in the parenthesis. So now we want to find out whether some particular value is not there in the sequence. Suppose we want to find out whether 20 not in a, what is 20? 20 is the value which we want to find out. Not in is the operator which we are using. A is the variable, print is the function which will give the output. So here we can see from the given variable A that 20 is there. But we want to find out whether 20 is not there. So what is the answer? The output is as expected, it is false, because 20 is present in the variable given. Now we want to find out another variable, say 18, not in A. You can find out that 18 value is not there in the given sequence. So the answer is true. You can find out here true. So now we take another example. We create a variable with the name fruits: orange, banana, pineapple. Each has to be in within strings. Pineapple. So now we will be using not in operator to find out whether cherry not in fruits So what is the output? True, because cherry is not present in the fruits. This is the list where the fruits are given orange, banana and pineapple, but cherry is not there. So the not in operator gives the output as true because cherry is not present. It is true. Now we create another string. This is my topmost collection of arts. Now we use not in operator to find whether two not in str. str is the variable, not in is the operator which we are using, 2 is the value which we want to find. From this list or the sequence, you can find that this is my topmost. Here in topmost word, substring 2 is present. You can find 2 is there. So what is the, here we are saying 2 not in, that is 2 is not there, it is false. You can find out that the in not in operator gives the output that it is false. 2 substring is present in the given string. If again we use not in operator and here we want to find out cell cel, not in string. Now whether cel substring is there in continuity, you can find out that co is present but cel is not present. It is not that C word, C character can be at any place, E at some other place. These sub characters have to be in continuity in this sequence. So when you run, the answer is true because CEL substring is not there in the string. Hope you have been able to understand how the not in operator gives the output in Python. Now we will do some practice questions to find out how far we have been able to understand the concept of membership operators, that is in operator and not in operator. The first question before us is create a list of fruits and check if pineapple is in the list. What we will do? We will create a list. This is the list. This is the variable name which we have created. And then in the case of list, as already told, that the information has to be enclosed in square brackets. So here we will write the names of some fruits: apple, banana and cherry. This is what? This is variable. This is what? This is sequence, or this is list, because here square brackets are there. Now we will have to find out if pineapple is there in the list. So we will use print function, and also we will use in operator. Print, we will use pineapple because we have to find pineapple is there in the list. Pineapple in the list. In is here in operator. Pineapple is the value which we want to find, and list is the variable name. So what will be the output? The in operator will give the output as false because pineapple is not there in the list, because only three types of fruits are there: apple, banana and cherry, and pineapple is not there. If we say what to find print apple in the list, so everything is same. Apple is there, apple is there. So we may say that apple is present and the in operator will give the information as true. But it is wrong because the in operator will give the output as false. Why? Because as already told, Python is case sensitive. Python differentiates between the same character written in uppercase and lowercase. Here, the information given in the list is in lowercase. Apple is written in lowercase. Here, the apple is written in uppercase. So the output will be false. Even if any word in between is in uppercase, the output will be false because Python is case sensitive. However, if we use in operator and want to find apple, here everything is in lowercase, same as it is in the given sequence above. So our output will be, oh, so the in operator will give the output as true because everything is, because all the characters are the same in lowercase as present in the list or in the variable given above. Now the second question before us is, you have a variable created with the name numbers and this is the tuple and this is the value or the elements given there in 1, 4, 7 and 11. Write Python expression using the in operator. That is, we have to use in operator to check if 5 is present in the sequence. First of all, we will write numbers which have been given to us: 1, 4, 7, 11. Now we have to find whether 5 is there in numbers. So in is in operator. Numbers is the variable. Why 5 is the value which we have to find in the sequence. The in operator will give the output as false because 5 is not present in this sequence. Only 1, 4, 7 and 11 is there. Now we have another question for practice. You have a variable with the name letters. Here tuple is given and this is the sequence given or the information or the value provided is these characters A, C, E. These are the strings because these are in single quotes. As already told, string may also be in double quotes or single quotes and sometimes also in triple quotes. Normally in single quote and double quote string is there. Write Python expression using the not in operator. Here we will be using not in to check if B is present in the letters. So here what is the information given? Letters. Please note to write A in single quotes as given in the question. E. If you forgot to use these single quotes or double quotes, then either the output will be different than required or there may be some error. Now we will use print function and also the not in operator to find if B not in letters. Letters is the variable Not in is the not in operator. B is the value which we have to find out, or not in operator will find out. So the output is true because B is not there. And it is also the question also says that we have to use not in operator to check if B is present, B not in. That is, we are already saying that B is not there in letters. So answer is true. You can devise your own questions and find out the results of the same and do your practice at your own level so that you can understand the concept of membership operators, that is in operator and not in operator, with more clarity and understanding. Now the topic before us is distinguishing objects, understanding identity operators in Python. Identity operators in Python are a special type of operators which are used to compare the memory location of two objects. These identity operators check whether two variables point to the same object in memory. This is the theory. It does not come into understanding what it means. We understand the same with the help of examples. Suppose we say A is equal to 10, B is equal to 10. We have to find the identity operator will find out whether both these variables point to the same object in memory. What it means? Suppose this is the memory location in our computer system. So suppose 10 is stored here and this is the variable A. Now another variable is created with the name B and it also has value 10. So now this identity operator will compare or find out whether B has also the same memory location, whether the memory address of A and B is same or not. This is the question of identity operator. It will find out whether the memory location of two objects A and B is same, or whether, or in the same way, whether two variables A and B point to the same object in memory. This is the point we will discuss in detail. The two types of variable operators in Python are is and is not. Both these operators always return true or false as output. When we will find that A is B or A is not B, the output will be always true or false. One of the two. Now, we discuss is operator. This is operator. This is operator returns true if the two variables refer to the same object in memory, and this operator gives the output false if the two variables do not refer to the same object in memory. We understand the same with the help of example. Suppose we write x is equal to 15, y is equal to 15. X is a variable, y is also a variable. 15 is the value contained therein, or 15 is the object. Now we use print function and is operator to find out whether x is y, whether the memory location of both the objects is same, memory location is same, or whether both the variables x and y refer to the same object in memory. Here in memory, when we write x is equal to 5, 15, 15 information is contained in a say container and its tag name is x. And when we create another variable y is equal to 15, Now, this 15 is also an object. It is also it is having the same value and same data type. Now, this is the variable y, and now the y will also refer to the same object in memory. That is the memory location of the object in case of x and y will be the same. Suppose the memory location or memory address may be also called object ID. It may be say something like this. We can find out the object ID with the help of giving command print ID x and also print ID y. When we will find the output, it will be something like this. In both the case, object ID will be same here because the 15 value or the object 15 is stored in a container named x, and y is also referring to the same object in memory. Their memory location of both the objects, that is 15, is same. The memory address in case of x and y is same. If we say write x is equal to z and we want to find whether y is z, so the answer will be true because z will be the another tag for the same object. If we change the information contained or the value contained in the variable y, now earlier it was 15, now we have changed it to 20. So now new variable is created. Earlier it was 15. Now the variable, another variable is created, and if you want to say it was earlier x variable which was having 15, that variable will remain because x is there. Now if when you change variable, the value of or the object, you change the object contained in variable y, another, the memory location will be different. That is, this is x with 15 object, another variable will be created with y, and the memory location or the memory address of both x and y will be different. And now if we use print x is y, earlier when we used x is y, the answer was true because the memory address or memory location of both x and y was same. They were referring to the same object in memory. But now x and y have different objects. Their memory address is, memory location of both the objects is different. So here when we use x is y, when the information contained in both and x and y is different, the output given will be false because the memory address will change. In most cases, for small integers typically within a range of -5 to 256, when you assign the same value to multiple variables in Python, they might share the same memory address. It means that when we say write x is 50, y is 50, z is 50, in most cases, in case of small integers within the range of -5 to 256, the Python will assign the same value to the multiple variables in Python. that is the memory address will be same. That is, this will be the object 50, and y and z will be also referring to the same object in memory. The memory manager will not allocate different locations. That is, the 50 will not be stored at different places under the variable name x, y, and z. No, the memory address of 50 object will be same for x, y, and z because data type is same, data is same. Memory address will be the same. This is an optimization technique to conserve memory and improve performance. This is the optimization technique of Python because it will help in conservation of memory in the computer and it also improves the performance. However, it may be added that it is not guaranteed that when you write x is 50 and y is 15, there will be always the same memory address. There may be, though in most cases it may happen that the memory address or the memory location will be the same in case of x50 and y50, but it may happen. Now we have, it is given that the specific value is there -52256. The memory location will be the same. It is a general, that is, it is in most cases this will be find out. But it yesterday I tried out with x is equal to 1000, y is equal to 10,000. Then I find out that the memory location of both was same. It may also happen. I am only saying that in most of the cases, when we take the value as -52256, the memory location is same. However, as I told yesterday, the memory location of both these values was also the same. Both these objects was also same. So it is not guaranteed. Even in case of -52256, many times the data may be stored at different place. Memory location may differ. Now, is not operator. This operator, that is not operator, returns true if two variables do not refer to the same object in memory and false otherwise. What it means? Let us understand the same with the help of example. Now we are having a variable with the name A and object is hello. We have another variable name C. Here object is word. So now we are using print function and we will be using is not operator to find whether A is not C. What will be the answer? Now here we are using is not. Is not is a operator which will compare these two variables from the point of memory location. Whether A and C refer to the same object in memory. Here you will find that hello is a string, world is a string. Both these are different objects. Value is different. So in memory, they will be stored at different memory locations. This will be the A, this will be the C. Suppose it will be having ID such like this, and it may be having memory location such like this. So here we can, how to find out whether the memory location, it is not for us to find out. The memory manager will automatically allocate different memory to A and C. However, we can find out whether the memory location of A and C is different or not. We can use print ID A and the output will be given, the memory address will come. Now we can use print ID C. Here, what will be the output? You will find that the memory location of both A and C will be different. We create a list list 1 in which we store the information 1, 2, 3. We create another list 2, which is equal to list 1. Now we use print function and we will now use is not operator to find whether list 1 is list 2. So here we are using is operator. In another we will be using is not operator. Print list 1 is not list 2. So you will find that here while creating list 2 we have not created a separate list. The list 2 is just referring to the list which has been already created. That is, it may be understood with here that this is the information or the object which was created and the reference was list 1. When we wrote list 2, the list 2 is referring to the same object in memory. So another list has not been created. That is the memory location of both the objects, list 1, or in other words, we can say that the memory location of both the variables, list 1 and list 2 will be same. Memory location will be same. So when we say that print list 1 is list 2, the answer will be true. If we say that list 1 is not list 2, the output will be false, because the memory location is same in case of list 1 and list 2. As already told, we can get to know the memory location by using the print function, then id, and in between list 1 and list 2. Now we create another list 3 with the same information. Now we use the print function again and is not operator. Now we will write print list 1 is not list 3. Now we are using operator is not. So on a casual approach, we will find that in case of both the list 1 and list 2, list 3, the information contained or the object contained is same. That is, both contain the information 1, 2, 3, and both are in square brackets. So we can say that the list 1 and list 3 are same. But it is not true. The is not operator will result into give the output as false, because in case of lists, each assignment, when we are writing list 3 is equal to another assignment is created. In case of list, each assignment creates a new object in memory. That is, here new object in memory will be created when we create a new assignment in the case of lists. So the answer will be false. Now another example, if we write x is equal to 7, b is equal to 7. Now we use print function x is b, print x is not b. Here we are using is operator, here we are using is not operator. If we say x is b, In both the cases, we see that on casual approach, we will find that the value is same 7 and 7, but it is not the same. 7 here it is integer, but here it is in uh, single quotes and it is a string. So x is b, the output is false. If we say use in is not operator and find out x is not b, the output will be true, because when the memory manager will allocate the memory address or the memory location, it will store both the objects differently, because in one case 7 is an integer value and in other case 7 is integer. So in both the case the memory location will be different. Now we will understand the difference between identity operator and equality operator. Some persons get confused whether identity operator and equality operator are same. The answer is no. Identity operator is different from equality operator. Identity operator is and is not. Identity operator checks if two variables refer to the same object in memory. On the other side, equality operator equals equal checks if the values of the two variables are same. We will understand the same difference between two, that is the identity operator and equality operator, with the help of example. Suppose we write a is equal to 10, b is 10, and we use identity operator print a is b, and in another we use equality operator print a equal b. Now what will be the output? The is operator will give the result as true. B operator, equality operator will also give the output as true. So what is the difference between two? In both the cases, equality operator is also giving the result as true, identity operator also true, but the working of both identity operator and equality operator is different. In case of identity operator C, identity in case of identity operator, the identity operator is comparing the object ID of two variables. Here, identity operator is checking the memory location of the object contained in the variable. But on the other side, the equality operator is concerned with value, that is 10, which is stored in the variable. So thou here the result of both identity and equality operator is same, the working is different. One is finding out or comparing the memory location, or the finding out or comparing whether two variables refer to the same object in memory. In the other case, equality operator is concerned with the values of both the variables. So now if we want to check whether what is the object ID, we can use print ID A, and here the memory address will be find where what is the object ID. We can also find the ID of B But when we will use equality operator, the same will be shown, because the id here will be also object id will be the same. But here, in case of equality operator, the equality operator will give the result on the basis of the values only. So now if we write a is equal to 10, b is equal to 10.0, and now we use is operator and equality operator, print a is b, print a equal equality operator b. So now what will be the output? The is operator in case here will result into false, but here a equal b, it will result into true. Why? In case of equality operator, the equality operator is only concerned with value. Here the value of both is same, 10 and 10.0. The integer value and the floating value are considered equal in value by Python, so the result will be true. But in case of is operator, here the different memory locations will be there. A will be stored at different place, B will be stored at different place in memory by the memory manager. Memory manager will allocate different memory locations to both the objects. Both the variables will have different memory locations. So in if when we want to find whether A is B, so the answer will be false, because the memory address or the object ID will be different in case of A and different in case of B. Now we will do practical to find out how the identity operators actually work. Now we will do the practice of identity operators on our code editor, that is Visual Studio Code. Now we take a variable x having a value 7. Now we create another variable y with the same value. Now we use identity operator is, and now we will check whether x is y, that is where both these variables x and y refer to the same object in memory. So x is y. So here we enter run button and the answer is true in our terminal. Why it is true? Because both these variables have the are referring to the same object in memory. How we can say that they are having their object at the same place? For that we can use a command, print id x, then print id y. By this id x, id y, this command, we can check the memory location of variable x, variable y. You can see here that the memory location of the objects contained in the both the variables is same. Now we take another example. We write a is equal to 9. In another we write b 9.0. Now we use is operator to find whether a is b, whether a and b are referring to the same object in memory. So now we use run. The answer is false. Why it is false? Because in case of a is equal to 9, it is a integer value. In case of b is equal to 9.0, it is a floating value. Now the memory manager, while allocating the memory to both these objects 9 and 9.0. Both these objects 9 and 9.0 will be allocated different memory locations, different memory addresses. We can find here print id a, print id b. Now you can find here that the memory location of both the objects contained in the variable a and b is different. Now we write a is equal to 8, b is equal to, in single quote we write 8. Now we check whether a is b, whether a and b variables refer to the same object in memory. Now the answer before us is false, because in case of a is equal to 8, it is a integer value and b is having the value which is inside the single quotes. When a value is inside the single quotes, it means that it has become a string value. So a is equal to 8 is a integer value, b is equal to 8 is a string value. So memory manager will allocate different memory addresses, memory locations to both these variables or both the objects contained in these variables. So the memory location of both these variables is different. Hence, the information is false. A is not B. Now, if we write y is equal to 8, now we use print id y. We want to check the memory location. Here you will find it is this 904. Now we change the value of y as 10. Now we again use this, want to check the memory location. Here you will see that the memory location earlier was 6904, it has now changed to 6968. That is when we have changed the value of variable. The memory manager on change of the value of the variable will create, it will allocate different memory location to the variable y. Now, if we write, say, z is equal to hello, and we write w is also hello. Now we use this identity operator, print z is w. Now what happens? Here you will find that the output in the terminal is true. It means that both these variables z and w refer to the same object in memory. That is, the memory location of the objects contained in both these variables is same. Now if we have a variable a and inside the parentheses we write information 70, 75, 80, and we write another variable b, and here we take the same values. Now we use is operator to find whether a is b, whether the memory location of both these variables is same. So here you can find that it is true, because this is a tuple. When we are enclosing the elements in parentheses, it becomes tuples. Now we will be taking both these information a and b. We will copy it, paste it, but here we will be changing the parentheses to square brackets. Now we will use is operator to find A and A is B. Now here we run, answer is false, because when we are having elements stored in square brackets, it is a list. Each time, in the case of list, each time when a list is created, each assignment creates a new list in the memory. So the memory manager will allocate different memory address, different memory location to each variable, though the elements or the values contained in both the lists is same, but on creation of a new value, a new list, new memory location is allocated by the memory manager. Now we will do practice questions to find out how far we have been able to understand the concept of identity operators. Now, what is the concept output of the following code? So here it is given A is equal to 1, 2, 3, C is equal to 1, 2, 3, and print A is C. First of all, we must understand what is given to us. Here A is a variable, C is also a variable. The information contained in both the variables is same. You will find that in both the cases, square brackets have been used. It means that these are two lists. In the case of lists, each assignment creates a new object in the memory. It means that suppose this information is contained here and it is a variable A, and its object ID may be say something like this, 14,200. But when we create another list with the same values, the object ID will be different. So in the case of lists, each assignment creates a different object in memory. So print A is C. Here we are using is operator to find out whether the memory address of both the variables is same, whether A and C refer to the same object in memory. The answer is false. Both the objects are having different memory locations. So now another is A is equal to 10, B is equal to 10, print A is B. This is the say object 10. This is the variable name A it given to it. This is the object ID where it is stored in memory. And when B variable is created with the same value, then the memory manager of Python will store this said object at the same memory location. That is, the memory address of both the variables will be same, object IDs will be the same. For to conserve memory and for to improve the performance, the memory manager allocates the same memory address, same memory location to both the variables. So our answer is true. In the case of Python, small integers are allocated the same memory address if they are having the same value. Now the another question is str1, and here it is a string given hello world. Another string has been created, string 2, with the same text hello world. Now is not variable has been used to find out whether str1 and str2 refer to the same object in memory. Here it is hello world. Here str1. when str2 is created, it will not refer to another object in the memory, whether rather than it will refer to the already existing variable or already existing object in the memory. So the output is false because both str1 and str2 refer to the same memory address or refer to the same object in the memory. Thanks for watching. If you like our course, please spare some time to give a star rating to our course.